Okay, so now we're going to look at Sino-Korean numbers.
네.
Of course, in Korean, it's important to learn pure Korean numbers and Sino-Korean numbers.
네.
Robert, which one do you think students usually have more trouble with? Pure Korean
Pure
or
Korean
Sino?
numbers.
Okay,
네.
I would think
이거는,
so.
이거는 조금 쉬워요.
Yeah, this is a little easier. The system is a little simpler to understand.
네.
Right?
네.
So we've got 1 to 10 up here, and
네.
then 100, 1,000, 10,000.
네.
So we're going to go through all of this.
네.
Let's start with 1 to 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, so that's
네.
1 to 10.
네.
We don't have 0 up here, but what does
네.
0 sound like?
0는 이렇게요. 0.
Young.
네, 0.
Young.
네.
Okay. Is that the only way to say 0
근데 이거는 그러니까 0예요. 수학 시간에 math class
in math class?
0.
Okay.
근데 이제 사람들이 말할 때 뭐 phone number 그럴 땐 0이라고도 해요.
Gong. Okay. So 0 can be young
네.
or gong,
네.
I've heard-
0은 it's like 뭐 O or
like
nothing.
O.
네.
Oh, 010.
네, 네.
Okay. I've also heard zero.
네. 콩글리시.
That's okay.
네. 괜찮아요.
Okay.
제로. 제로 괜찮아요.
All right. So we can go back to 1 to 10.
네.
So should we go through these one more time?
네.
Okay, so number 1,
1,
2,
2,
3,
3,
4,
4,
5,
5,
6,
6,
7,
7,
8,
8,
9,
9,
10.
10.
Okay. Now once students have learned 1 to 10,
네.
it gets easier, right?
네, 네.
So from 1 to 100, we just need to know 1 to 10 to
네.
build the other numbers.
네.
Okay, so what would number 11 look like?
11.
11. So 10 is number 10, il is number 1.
네.
So 10 and 1 is 11, 11.
11,
Okay.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Okay. So from 11 to 20,
네.
basically it's just 10 and the number. So
네.
11, 12, 13, and so on.
네.
Once we get to the number 20 though,
네.
we take 2 10,
네.
right? So the system is not too hard to understand. You just have to get the hang of it. So 2 10 would be 20.
네.
So for 10, we do not say 10,
No.
right? Just ship by
네.
itself.
just 10.
So 20 is 20.
네.
Can I guess that 30 would be 30,
네. 30.
40,
네. 좋아.
50,
음.
60, 70, 80, 90. That's all the way from 20 to 90.
네. 네.
Okay, so for example, Robert, how about a number like, I don't know, 55?
55.
55. So 55. So 5, 10, 5.
네, 네.
Okay, so 50 is 50,
네.
55, 55. Okay.
쉽죠?
I think it's pretty easy. Sure. Sure.
네.
Now I heard a little bit of different pronunciation when you said 16. So I see number 6 is yuk
네.
and number 10 is ship.
네.
But when I heard you say 16, it sounded more like shimyuk,
네, 맞아요.
not so much shipyuk.
네.
So we have to kind of get used to that pronunciation.
네.
Okay.
그래서 그거를 a little later
Yeah.
we can do that
Okay.
again after we did this one maybe.
With the hundreds. Okay.
네, 네.
All right. So maybe once students have learned all of this, they have to
네.
kind of master pronunciation,
네, 네.
and especially for comprehension, right?
네. 왜냐하면 that happens here too.
That happens here as well. Okay. So there are several. It's not
네.
just for number 16.
Not only that one.
Okay.
네.
All right. So from 1 to 99, we just need to know
네.
from
네.
1 to 10, basically.
네, 네.
Okay. So what does 99 sound like?
99.
Okay. So 9, 10, 9.
네.
99.
99.
Okay.
네.
After 99. How about 1010? Ship.
아니요. 100.
No.
네.
Okay. So 100 is
100.
100.
100.
Okay. Next to 100 we have
1000.
천.
네, 1000.
And next to 1000 we have 10,000.
만.
Okay. So 100, 100, 1000, 천, and 10,000, 만.
Very good pronunciation.
Oh, thank you very much. Okay, so let's try some examples with 100. So how about let's build some numbers with 100.
253.
253. So I heard E, so 2, 100. So 200, 53.
네.
253.
네.
253. Okay.
네. 그래서 여기 이렇게 하면 253.
Right.
근데 이게 이제 이렇게 있으면 이거는 그냥 153.
Okay, so same idea as with
네.
10.
네.
If it's 100, we don't say 100. We don't say 100. We just say 100. But if it's 200, 200.
네.
So 153,
200.
253.
네.
Okay. Now let's try a couple more numbers
네.
with our hundreds here. So how about the number 563? Okay.
563.
Okay. 563.
네.
So again, from left to right, 500 is 500, 60 is 60, and sam.
네.
Okay. So reading from left to right,
네.
pretty simple.
네.
Okay. Should we make things a little more difficult?
네.
Okay. So let's go into the thousands.
아. 1000.
천.
1000.
Okay.
네.
So yeah, we need to definitely learn these words.
네.
And chun is very important in Korean because something that is chun won or chunun is about $1
네.
in Canadian or American dollars,
네.
right? Okay, so chun,
1000원.
very important, chun won. All right, so yeah, let's work with our thousands
네.
here.
그래서 이것도 같아요. 이렇게 하면 1253.
Okay.
이건 그냥 1000.
Right. So same idea. Just like with ship, just like with baek. If it's 1,000, we just say chun.
네.
You don't have to say il chun.
네. 그래서 이렇게 되면 4253.
Okay. So sa chun, 4,000. Ibek, 200. Oship, 50. And
네.
3. Okay.
그다음에 this one is the one which gives hard time to my student.
Yeah.
이게 만이에요. 만.
Man.
10천 아니에요.
Right. Yeah, not 10,000. So not ship chun. It becomes a whole new number.
네.
Man. Okay. And man is very important in Korean,
네.
especially when you're talking about bigger purchases.
네, 네.
A lot of things, houses, cars, or computers,
네.
they're kind of calculated in how many man,
네.
right? How many 10,000s.
네.
Okay. So
그래서 이렇게 돼 있으면 이거는 2만.
이만.
2만.
Right.
네.
So I think in English, obviously we think of 20,000. So 20 times 1,000. In Korean, because 10,000 is such an important number,
네.
instead of thinking like that, it's easier to think 2 times 10,000. So 이만.
네, 2만.
Right. So man is simply 10,000. Again, we don't have to say 일만,
네.
but 이만 becomes 2 10,000.
네.
Okay.
그래서 I think 영어에는 뭐 이렇게 되잖아요. 이렇게. 그래서 thousand, million, billion,
Yeah.
trillion 그렇게.
Yeah.
근데 한국에서는 요게 이렇게 안 되고 every 40
Okay.
new monetary unit.
Okay.
그래서 여기가 만이에요. 만.
Right.
그다음에 여기구나. 그렇죠?
Yeah. Yeah. That
하나,
looks
둘,
about right.
셋, 넷. 둘, 셋, 넷. 여기가 억이에요. 억.
Oh. Okay.
여기가 만.
Right. Yeah. So in English, yeah, we really base it on every 3 zeros, right? So 1,000, a million, a billion, a trillion, like
네.
that. But in Korean, so 10,000 is important, and uk,
네.
right? So
8 zeros and then 12 zeros. 이렇게.
12, okay.
네, 4
So
zeros.
4 zeros, 8 zeros, 12
네,
zeros.
네, 네.
All right. All right. That's still it's still a lot in terms of money. So we
yeah.
don't have to deal with too often,
No,
right?
it's
Unless
huge
you're
money.
lucky enough to have that kind of money in your bank, or
네, 네.
okay. Okay, so let's look at some examples using maybe all three of these.
네. 그러면 뭐 이렇게 원이에요.
The
그러면-
currency in Korea,
네.
right? Won.
그러니까 이거는 2만
2만
5천
5,300원.
300원.
Okay. So 2만 5,300원.
네.
Okay. And often won in Korean is pronounced almost like right?
네.
Yeah.
원.
Okay. So like 25,300원.
네.
네.
25,300원.
Okay.
네.
All right.
음.
Let's make it a little more difficult for us.
네. 그러면 여기에
Okay.
그러면
Yeah.
여기 4 digit 그 만이에요. 그래서 32만
32만. Yeah.
32만 5,300원.
Right.
네.
So again, now we can go back to this system
네, 네.
because we're saying so it's 325,300 won,
네.
but in Korean we would say 32만. So 32만
네.
5,300원.
네. 맞아요.
32만 5,300원.
네. 32만 5,300원.
Right. Okay.
네.
All right. So when we get to hundred thousands, it becomes more. So 100,000 would be 10,000.
그렇죠.
10만.
네.
Okay.
그래서 여기 이제 이렇게 있으면
Right.
그러면 요거 4 digit 만이에요.
Mm-hmm.
그러니까 여기 132.
Right.
그래서 132만.
Right. So again, going back to our 100 here. So 백, because it's 100 man. 132만 5,300원.
네. 네.
Okay.
그리고 뭐 이렇게 있으면 432만 5,300원.
Right. So 432, 10,000, 5,300. So, all right. So this is where it gets confusing, I guess. I'm going to stop going from English to Korean maybe, right? So 432만
네.
5,300원.
네.
Okay.
잘했어요.
Thank you very much. That took all of my brain power. All right. Let's try a couple more examples in the millions.
네.
Just to give,
그러면 한번
or 100,000s are
네.
good too.
네. 뭐 이렇게
Okay, so
네.
250,000 won in Korean would be
25만 원.
okay. 25만 won.
네.
So 25만
25만 원.
won. Okay.
그다음에 이거는 24,700원.
Okay.
24,700원.
Right.
네.
Okay. You got a couple more?
네. 이거는 자, 여기까지 할까요? 요거 하고 자, 여기 하고 여기 잘 들어보세요.
Okay.
60만 9,900원.
Okay. One more time.
60만 9,900원.
60만 9,900원.
네.
Okay.
그리고 이거는 200만 원.
Okay.
200만 원.
So doesn't sound to me like 200만 won. Sounds more like 이백.
네.
200만 won.
네, 네.
Okay. So here again we see a couple of examples of
네.
pronunciation
네.
differences. Same thing up here. 60만
만 원.
won or
60만 9천 원.
Okay.
그래서 요게 그 6이에요.
Yep.
60만 9,900원. 근데 여기 nasal consonant 있어요.
Yep.
그 다음에 여기에도 200만. 그러니까 200만 이렇게 되잖아요. 200만 원. 여기에 nasal consonant 있어요. 그래서 요거 발음이 바뀌어요.
Okay. So because of the placement here of this M sound, the nasal consonant, we have to change the consonant sound that comes before it.
네.
So instead of 육십만, this sounds more like 육심.
60만.
Okay. And instead of 이백만, it becomes
200만.
right. So bang, bang,
네,
almost that the ng sound, right?
네, 네.
이백만. Okay.
네. 그래서 이제 이런 거 요 세 개가 nasal consonant예요. 그런데 maybe we can do this later again. 이런 것들이 요게 바뀌어요. 요거는 이렇게 바뀌고 요거는 이렇게, 요건 이렇게 바뀌어요.
Okay, so when these consonants are combined with the three nasal consonants,
Yeah, one of these guys.
one of these, then we get this sound resulting.
네.
So the kind of G or K sound goes to more of an NG.
That's this one here.
That's right here, bangman.
네.
Okay, kind of DT sound becomes more of an N sound,
네.
and the B or P becomes more of an M, like
네.
here,
네.
shimman.
네,
Okay.
60만.
Right. We don't really have this example in
No.
numbers, though, right? Because
later.
diga doesn't really appear in
네.
our Sino-Korean numbers. Okay.
그래서 이거 있어요. 이거 어떻게 말해요?
감사합니다.
네.
Right? So to say thank you in Korean.
네.
But in this case, yeah, we've got this example here.
네.
So it sounds more like 감사합니다.
네,
Right?
네, 네.
합니다, not so much 합니다.
Right.
Okay.
그래서 감사합니다.
Right.
또 이것도 있어요.
Right. So 한국말,
예.
again, this becomes more of an
네.
NG sound. So
그렇죠.
한국말.
한국말.
Right. This is something I think every time
네.
students encounter a new word, they just have to learn the pronunciation once, and then
네.
it becomes kind of easier.
네.
Especially 합니다, it's very, very common for us to use this.
네.
So, okay. All right. So we've seen quite a few examples here dealing with these numbers. So why don't we look at the dialogue
네,
we
좋아요.
prepared? Did I leave these up?
네.
Okay.
앞뒤죠 뭐.
Take them down.
네.
Sure. Okay, so we've got an A-B dialogue. So maybe we can set the scene. Looks like at a market or at a store.
네.
Someone is going to buy apples, right?
네.
Okay.
이 사과 얼마예요?
Okay.
하나에 500원이에요.
Okay. One more time.
이 사과 얼마예요? 하나에 500원이에요.
Okay.
네.
So A says, how much is this apple?
음.
Or how much would this apple be?
네.
So 사과 is apple.
네.
E is kind of this.
네.
So if I'm holding the apple or I'm pointing at the apple, I say,
네.
how much is this apple?
네.
Okay. So 얼마예요 means how much?
얼마? How much? and 이건 동사 verb B예요.
Yeah.
네.
Okay. So how much is this apple?
네.
Okay. So 얼마 and 예요, that makes how much
네.
or is. Okay. So 이 사과 얼마예요? And how much is the apple?
하나에 500원이에요.
Okay. So actually now we've got an example of pure Korean numbers.
네.
So 하나
하나.
means one in pure Korean numbers. So for one, I guess, 하나에 and 500 won.
네.
Okay. So one apple is 500 won.
네.
Again, 이에요 is
네.
our be verb, ida verb.
네.
Okay.
그리고 여기 이 가방
Bag.
백
Yep.
그리고 얼마 again 얼마예요? 25,000원이에요.
Okay.
25,000원이에요.
All right. So in this case, same idea.
네.
A is asking about the price of something, but not an apple here. We've just switched the item. So a 가방, a bag. So how much is this bag? Pointing to the bag next to you.
네.
And in this case, it's 25,000 won.
네.
So 25,000 won이에요. Okay. And we've got 입니다 here.
네.
So every case here, we've got
Yeah.
the same verb
네.
repeating itself. But maybe the more formal version,
네.
instead of 이에요, you
네.
might hear 25,000원입니다.
네.
Okay.
The shopkeeper there.
Right. If they're
25,000.
polite, if they want to be nice to the customer.
네, 네.
Extra polite. Okay.
근데 이것도 괜찮아. 이것도 폴라이트 하긴 한
Okay.
건데
More formal.
그러니까 customer, shopkeeper 그 relationship을 이제 보여주는, showing하는.
Okay.
이거는 sounds friendly한 거고
Okay.
이거는 그러니까 the you say formality.
Formality.
the
Yeah.
two people's 그러니까 shopkeeper하고 customer잖아요.
Yeah.
그래서 그러니까 이거입니다.
So in that case, a shopkeeper and a customer, a more formal way to say it.
그렇잖아요.
Okay.
네.
All right.
그리고 요거
Sure.
네 한번.
One more time. What to talk
네.
about?
근데 이거는 그러니까 이는 영어의
This.
this처럼
Right.
말하는 사람, speaker한테 가까울 때
Okay.
이거.
Right. So just like in English, when
네, 네.
when something is close to the speaker, we say, "Oh, this word
네.
or this letter."
네네.
Right. So it's always in relation to the speaker. So how about that?
네.
That in Korean.
그래서 이제 if that one is close to the listener,
Mhm.
그러면 그예요.
Okay.
그 사과 이렇게 그.
Okay. So away from the speaker but close to the listener.
네.
I'd be pointing. I'd say, "Oh, that apple."
그렇죠.
So 그 사과.
그 사과 얼마예요?
Okay.
그 가방 얼마예요?
Okay.
그리고 이것도 있어요. 저. 그러면 it's far from both people.
Okay.
네.
So something over there in
네,
the
네.
distance, far
네.
away.
저 사과 얼마예요?
Okay.
네.
That apple
네.
at the end of the shop. Okay.
네, 네.
Got good eyes. Okay.
네. 저.
All right. So that's good. So this, that, and kind of over there, the
네,
one
네.
over there.
네, 네.
Okay. Well, let's look at how about a couple of other items.
네.
Maybe we can build a dialogue around these. So I've got some delicious Korean food here. Tteokbokki. So what is tteokbokki?
떡볶이. 떡은 라이스 케이크예요.
Okay.
그 볶기는 볶다 이렇게 프라이팬에 넣고 볶아요.
Okay, so like cooked
네,
in a
네.
frying pan.
네.
Okay, so rice cake, cooked rice cake,
네,
or
네.
fried rice cake,
네.
kind of.
이게 라이스 케이크예요.
Okay.
안 매워요.
Yeah, it's a spicy food, right? A very common street food in
네.
Korea.
맵고 달아요.
Ah, so
sweet.
sweet
네.
and spicy.
네, 네.
Right.
그래서 아이들이 좋아해요.
Right. Very popular with children.
네.
Okay. All right. So, Robert, how much would I pay for one portion of tteokbokki, you think?
Maybe 2,000원?
2,000원.
around 2,000원.
Okay.
2,500원.
So let's say I'm at a vendor on the street
네.
and I want to ask how much it is.
네.
What would I say?
이 떡볶이 얼마예요?
Mm.
or 이 떡볶이 1인분에
So 1인분, one portion.
네.
Right? So in
네.
this case, we would use Sino-Korean numbers.
right.
1인분. Okay.
왜냐면 요게 한자예요.
한자. Okay, so this from Chinese characters.
네.
All right. So we wouldn't say 하나. Oh, could you say 하나?
아니에요.
No.
이건 항상 1인분이에요.
Always.
always.
Always one portion,
네.
one meal. Okay. So the rest of the sentence stays similar, right? So 이 떡볶이 얼마예요?
1인분에 2,000원이에요.
Okay, so instead of 하나에, we say 1인분에.
네, 1인분에. 왜냐면 이건 하나씩 떼서 팔 수 없어요.
Okay,
그러니까 항상 이렇게
not just one piece of tteokbokki at a time.
네.
Okay, so a full portion of it. How much did we say it was?
2,000원.
Okay, so 2,000원 would mean 1,000.
네.
So 2,000 won.
네, 네.
Okay, that's a good deal.
네.
How about if I wanted maybe 4 portions?
4인분.
4인분.
네.
Okay, so 이 떡볶이 얼마예요? Where would I say 4 portions?
이 떡볶이 4인분에 얼마예요?
Okay, so 이 떡볶이
음,
4인분에
음.
얼마예요?
네.
Okay.
아니면 그냥 2인분에 이 떡볶이 얼마예요? 그러면 1인분에 2,000원이에요. 4인분 주세요.
Okay. So just asking for 4 portions.
네네.
Okay. All right, let's try one more.
네.
So instead of tteokbokki, maybe it was too spicy, so I needed something to drink. So we've got some cola here.
이 콜라 얼마예요?
Okay. Simple enough.
하나에 1,000원이에요.
1,000원. Okay, so
I'm not
1,000
sure.
for a can of cola.
I'm not sure how much that is.
Yeah, I don't know.
네.
So we don't have to use anything like 1인분?
아니요. 이거는 그냥 캔에 있어요.
Yeah.
그러니까 뭐 캔 하나에 1,000원이에요.
Okay.
or 한 병에 1,000원이에요.
All right, so one can, 한 can,
네.
or one bottle, 한
네.
병.
네.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Looks good. So there's a dialogue that you can use for simple
네.
interactions in a store or a restaurant,
음.
and our Sino-Korean numbers. So lots of practice there.